I've got you now, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, good morning to you both. This is 2500338GC. It's Crown Asset Management versus Shannon Baca. Appearance, Mr. Monroe.
David R. Monroe, P18081, appearance counsel for Crown Asset, and
And
Rouse Sherm.
thank you. Miss Baca, your first and last name?
Shannon Baca.
All right, we're here today for two reasons. We have our continued pretrial. There's also a motion for summary disposition set to be heard today. Before we get to the motion, has there been any progress in the interim? I know Ms. Baca has attempted to send some documentation a couple of different times. If I recall correctly, I think the last time we heard an update that there was not going to be any kind of hardship, but maybe that's changed, or maybe I'm thinking of a different case. So,
That's what they said to me. I don't know.
all right, Mr. Monroe, any update?
I just was talking with them in advance of this hearing, Your Honor. And the first thing they said is they looked at it and they decided to file a motion for summary. So that tells me that they are not accepting her hardship claim at this time.
Okay.
Well, I can tell you right now too. I'm dealing with I have to try to get rental assistance because I'm dealing with not being able to pay rent this month.
Okay.
Just due to my bills.
All right.
Even
Before we get to the motion, then I'll just ask if the parties want one last chance in a breakout room to see if there can't be some type of meeting of the minds, or else we can just get right to the motion. Ms. Baca, would you like a last opportunity here to talk to Mr. Monroe, or where are you at?
I don't know if they're saying they want me to pay. I have hardly enough money to pay just basic needs. So I don't know where they're getting that from, but
that tells me there's not much chance of a successful negotiation, Your Honor.
All right, let's get to our motion then. This is now the date and time set for the motion for summary disposition. That is the motion that the plaintiff filed in the case. I've read through the motion. Ms. Baca, did you also receive a copy of that?
I don't know what, was that the original paperwork maybe? I don't know.
One moment.
She didn't file a response to it, I don't think, Your Honor.
I don't know. I don't have a lawyer, so I don't.
Right, I understand that. There was a motion filed on the 17th of September. That's their motion asking the court to consider whether or not this case should just be concluded and they should get a judgment as a matter of law. So they've put forward all of the supporting documentation and made their legal argument. And have you received that?
I haven't received anything, to be quite honest. So, no.
There's a proof of service in the file, Your Honor.
Yeah, let me just find that. I see that.
Oh, I don't.
Okay, they sent it to you. You're still on North Main, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, so
I don't know what it looks like. I haven't seen anything. I'll be honest.
They sent it to you the middle of September by mail.
Okay.
You also, if you're on the MyFile system, you would have also received it through an email service through that system, but they also have placed it in the mail on the 17th.
I wish I did see it in email, but I haven't seen anything. But
okay. All right. Well, I'm going to give Mr. Monroe here a chance to argue his motion, and then we'll get to any response that you have. So, Mr. Monroe, I've read through it, but anything else you wanted to add for the record?
I think the motion and the brief that we filed pretty much self-explanatory, Your Honor, and I appreciate the fact that you have reviewed them. It's a pretty simple case. She got a credit card or a credit from this vendor that now is represented by Crown. Used the card, obtained the services, and defaulted. Clearly, she can't pay it now. And they filed the motion. It's pretty straightforward. I don't think it needs much more explanation than that.
All right. Thank you.
And the fact that she hasn't filed a response to it, Your Honor.
I didn't understand it. I apologize.
Ms. Baca, I'll give you a chance to make an oral response or a verbal response here if you'd like to. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember seeing anything because normally I've been very good about following up with all the paperwork that I've needed to. And in regards to that card was obtained years back before I got sick and it was in the hospital and was working full time. And now I'm down to half of my income and in a place that technically I can't afford to pay rent for because you should make 3 times the amount. I do not. But I've been trying to get on a wait list for Section 8 because I would be approved being on Social Security disability now. And there hasn't been as I've been checking since 2023, there has not been any openings. And one time I tried to get on Sterling Heights recently, and that site, as you kept trying to get on it, 1 hour open window, and it didn't let, it just was like logging, it wouldn't let people get in because I think it was overwhelmed with so many people trying to get on. So yeah, so like I've been dealing with other health issues and now this, so I'm just trying to figure all this out. So I'm sorry. But anyways, that's where I'm at. So if I could pay that credit card, I would. I wish I could go back to my old life. I would do it. But I have to try to figure out how to pay this first.
Sure.
So I can stay where I'm at because I can't move myself with this and everything.
All right. I appreciate that, Ms. Baca. Like I said, I've read through their motion. They make allegations about a credit card and the credit card was used, and they show a chain of title on who's owed or who has owned the debt through a series of transactions, and now their attempts to try to collect. As a matter of law, they have shown that there is no genuine issue of material fact on whether or not the credit card belonged to you and you used it, and that it now has a debt attached to it, and that debt is owed. So as a matter of law, they have satisfied their burden, and I'm going to grant their motion in their favor. So Mr. Monroe, I'll ask you to file an order consistent with that, and the court will sign it. Ms. Baca, you have been very diligent here throughout explaining your financial situation. Unfortunately, that hardship is not a defense to the case that's in front of the court. I don't have authority to do anything but what I have done here this morning. Their next steps here, and maybe there's an agency out there you can reach out to if you have questions, because I can't give you legal advice on how to proceed. But I can say that now that they've been granted this judgment, it'll be up to them on how they move forward and try to get satisfaction on that judgment. There's a bunch of different ways that they can attempt to do that. And at that time, your hardship again may become an issue that the court will hear in the future. But for now, it's not a defense to whether or not the debt is owed. And we'll talk about collection efforts perhaps on a different time if those issues come back before the court. Okay, so that's where we're at this morning. I certainly wish you the very best, Ms. Baca. I think it's a great idea to pursue the help with regards to your rental assistance moving forward. And I wish you the best of luck there. Mr. Monroe, if you'd submit that order, I'll sign the same, okay?
Your Honor, do you want it under the 7-day? Do you want us to do it by my file or what?
You can do 7-day by my file.
7-day by my file.
Yep.
We'll do that. Thank you, Your Honor. Good
All
day.
right. Take care. Best of luck to you, Ms. Baca.